potential energy. We have done enough for the potential. We have seen that how the potential formula was 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 q by r. Then we had already seen the equipotential surface. We have seen the relation between the electric field and the potential. Last class we did with this, and today we will be doing with the potential energy, and at the same time we are going to find out the work done in rotating a dipole in an electric field. So first let us have a formula for the potential energy. When we talk for the potential energy, definitely we have the same situation here. Potential is work done by charge. So work done, whatever we do in electric field, any sort of charge is being brought from somewhere to the other, to that particular place, we do some work, and that is being stored in the system in the form of a potential energy. So here if we have the general formula that you don't have to derive actually, the general formula for the potential energy will be PE, that is potential energy will be equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 Q2 divided by R. Now let us assume there is 3 charges. This is minus Q1, this is plus Q2, and this is plus Q3. And let us assume they all are separated by distance r apart. So we need to find out the potential energy for the system. So first, if I take this as one point, we will have the interaction of these two, we'll have the interaction of these two, and then we'll have the interaction of these two. You have to see that all have been interacted. So we have 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 as common, and let us assume we are interacting Q1 and Q3. So it is minus Q1 Q3, and then we interact Q1 Q3 and Q2, Q3 Q2, and then minus Q1 Q2. And as because the distance is same, we have taken all through same, you can divide it by r, or you can take it as r outside. The general formula we generally have n is equals to the number of how many, see this is 1, 2, 3. So the number that you want to have, sometimes let us assume there is a square or there is a hexagon, then becomes very tedious to find out. So in this case, in order to find out, we have the formula n into n minus 1 divided by 2. Okay, so that is the general formula we do. So here is the number of points, n is what? 3, 1, 2, 3. So here it is, n is 3, 3 minus 1 by 2. So it is 3 into 2 by 2. So we get 3. So we have got 3 different components, 1, 2, 3. For example, we will work on the same. For example, we'll take a square. We take a square. So when we take a square, let us assume Q1, Q2, minus Q3 and minus Q4. Let us assume these are the charges that we have. It is a square, so side, let us assume it is all throughout r. The distance between these two will be root 2r, root 2 into diagonal. Okay, same between this and 2. Suppose if I take this as the reference point, then we'll have 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 Q2 by r, then Q1 Q3 plus minus Q1 Q3 divided by root 2r, then Q1 minus Q1 Q4 divided by r, and then we did this, we did this, and this. So let us do with this Q2 interaction with Q3. So minus Q2 Q3, and this is again r, then Q2 Q4 minus Q2 Q4 divided by root 2r. Okay, so let us see what is the left out. So we completed 1, 2, 3, then this is all done. Q2 with Q1 is done, Q2 with Q1 is done, Q2 with Q3 is done, and then Q3 with Q4. Now let's do with Q3 and Q4. So minus plus Q3 Q4 divided by r. Now the problem is that suppose if you miss anything, then there is a problem. Now if I get to see it is Q1 is interacted, this also interacted, this also interacted. So how to find out? So we have the general formula again here, and the general formula now will take 4. N is 1, 2, 3, 4 charges. So 4 minus 1 divided by 2. So 2 to 4 and 2 into 3. So we get this as 6. So total numbers we need to get 6. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So So we are correct. We have not missed out anything. So this is when you get a hexagon. Hexagon means what? Numbers we take it as 6. So your general formula will be 6 into 6 minus 1 divided by 2. So 2, 3, 6. So 3 into 7, 21. So that way you can take the number of charges so that you feel that you have done. There is no charges left. Otherwise the problem comes, you miss out any of the charges. Okay. The next thing that is very important while doing the numerical problem is the distance that you have to consider. So when you are considering the distance, see the distance. Simple mathematics will help you to get the distance. First draw the figure. After drawing the figure, you start doing the numericals. Otherwise you will face problems. It's very easy, but at the same time what exactly the problem comes, that you find it some things which are very easy, you miss out some of the terms and you lose your marks. And unit is joule. So this is for the potential energy. This is for the potential energy. Now we are going to find out the work done in rotating a dipole in an electric field. We are going to find out work done in rotating a dipole in an electric field. Suppose we have taken a uniform electric field. Uniform electric field means all the lines are parallel to each other. We have kept a dipole here. So this is AB is the dipole, its length is 2L, and let us suppose it has been rotated through an angle theta. So here work done dW is equals to work done in rotating is what? Tau d theta. Let us assume the dipole has been rotated from this position, it was here, and this has been rotated through a very small angle d theta. What is tau? Tau is equals to P E sin theta. We have already done with it. P is what? Q into 2L, and this is what we call the dipole moment. E is the electric field. And theta is the angle between the axis of the dipole moment. The axis means minus q and plus q. It is directed from minus q to plus q. Take that angle. Take that angle, because this may confuse you. To take the angle axis, if you are taking this is minus q and this is plus q, then the direction is this and this is the electric field, so this becomes the theta. So this way you have to see. Now we have got dW is equals to, let us assume dW is equals to P E sin theta d theta. We need to find out the total work done. Total work done is W is PE is constant, integration of sin theta d theta. Let us assume the initial position was theta 1 and the final position is theta 2. So we have oriented from theta 1 to theta 2. So this is PE and this is minus cos theta and theta 1, theta 2. So this becomes PE minus cos theta 2 minus cos theta 1. Okay, or we can write this as minus PE cos theta 1 minus, you can take the orientation as, if you take, minus cos theta 2, and this is, you take P as outside, it's easy to do. You take minus PE outside, cos theta 2 minus cos theta 1, or we can write PE cos theta 1 minus cos theta 2. You can also write in this form. So this is what you are getting. Depending upon this, theta 1 is 0 degree and theta 2 is 90 degree. Whatever angle you have, you substitute and you get your value. Based on this, you will find that when the energy is minimum, then it is the stable condition. When the energy is more, it is under unstable condition. So you have to see your condition there. Hopefully you have understood this, and with this we complete this part of the segment, that is the potentials. Next class we are going to start with the capacitance, and we'll have another segment complete, that is with the capacitance. We will learn about the capacitor, the basic function of the capacitor, how we can arrange the capacitor. So we have all such things to do in the next topic. So till then, it's a good time. Thank you.